If your Ninja Creami pints keep coming out icy, dense, or just wrong, it's not the machine, it's you. There are 12 mistakes quietly destroying your results. I'm going through every single one while building a cookies and cream pint from scratch, so you can see exactly how it's supposed to look. We're gonna start off with using fat-free ultra-filtered milk, and this is where a mistake could happen right here, is not using ultra-filtered milk. Ultra-filtered milk has 50% more protein and 50% less sugar than regular milk. So it's a win right away that it's better macro-wise, but it's also less watery than regular fat-free milk. And then if you're someone that only uses almond milk, it's gonna be very difficult to make a nice creamy pint. So using these two together work really well, or using half and half for heavy cream with this. Using this just on its own is a pretty big mistake if you want a creamy pint. So now I'm gonna add in my milk, 366 grams or 1.5 cups. And that brings us to our next mistake, is not using any extracts. So specifically for making these lower calorie, high protein Ninja Creami recipes, none of these have labels, but anywhere from 4 to 6 calories is a good estimate for a half teaspoon of one of these. Extracts are very strong. All you need is a half teaspoon and it changes the taste of the pint completely. So for my cookies and cream, I like using the vanilla bean paste, but you can also use vanilla extract. So be sure to use extracts in your base. Adds so much flavor for basically no calories. So now I'm not gonna add the protein powder right into the base. What I'm gonna do is add all my dry ingredients in a cup. And the reason we're doing this is so we can mix in our other dry ingredients I'm gonna introduce as well, all at once, so we don't get any clumping. And that just ties into the next mistake, is not mixing your dry ingredients before adding into your wet base. By doing this, you reduce clumping from the stabilizers, which I'm about to introduce. Now this is the next mistake, not using any stabilizers. I have 3 popular ones right here. We have xanthan gum, we have guar gum, and we have Terra gum. So to be clear, all 3 of these work, but for the past few months, I've been using Terra gum. I find that it has the best mouthfeel and overall texture. It's still good whether you fully activate it or just put it in dry. If you do want to know how to fully activate it, that video I'll have in the link in the description. But for today, we'll just be adding it dry and it still works really well. Now here's the mistake. If you don't use stabilizers, your ice cream's gonna come out pretty powdery, pretty icy, and will make you just wanna go back and have regular ice cream. These right here are the cheat codes to getting your low calorie, high protein, Ninja Creami recipes to look and taste like real ice cream. Especially when you're using low fat milk, such as 2%, 1% or fat free, definitely add in one of these stabilizers. Now all you need is 1/4 of a teaspoon of the Terra gum. And same goes for the guar and xanthan, just 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now next mistake is not using any 0-cal sweetener, but this one has some nuance. If you are using a protein powder that is already sweet, you actually may not need it, but otherwise this is important. You want your ice cream to taste sweet like real ice cream. And the amount you add really just depends on how sweet you want it. And recently I've been really liking 1 tablespoon. So that's what we'll do here. And then we'll add this to the dry ingredients. Now the last dry ingredient is something that may surprise you, but it's salt. So now this is our next mistake, is not adding any salt. Salt's a flavor enhancer. It brings out the flavor in the ice cream. So in this case, it's the vanilla. And this you do not need a lot of. It's just only a pinch, like that. Now we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients to make sure we don't get any clumping with our Terra gum. Now we're gonna pour our dry ingredients into the wet, and that'll bring us to our next mistake, which is using one of these to mix it. This is a milk frother. It does work technically, but it doesn't mix up all the ingredients very well, especially when you're adding in all these dry ingredients. The motor is only so strong, and you're more than likely gonna scratch the inside of your pint too. So ditch this, and we're gonna use an immersion blender. This does an incredible job of mixing up all the ingredients, and it won't scratch your pint either. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna slowly work our way in, and on the lowest setting, we're gonna mix it fully mixed up. Don't see any of the dry ingredients. Fully combined, does a really good job. The link for this one will be in the description. Now next mistake is not trying out your creamy before putting it in the freezer. So you wanna make sure it tastes a bit sweeter now because it's gonna die down once you put it in the freezer. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So this tastes good to me. Now it's good to put it in the freezer. It's been 24 hours. Creamy pint is completely frozen. A mistake you can make is just putting it in the freezer for 4 to 6 hours. It's just not gonna be long enough to get this fully frozen all the way through. So you do need to make sure that this is frozen overnight. I'd say minimum 16 hours. Any less than that, you're risking a slushy ice cream. So before I pop this into the Creami, this is a mistake a lot of people make, is not running this through some hot water. This helps get rid of the iciness on the sides that can develop. So be sure just to quickly run it through some hot water for about 15 to 30 seconds to get those sides a little less icy. You can also just leave it out on the counter for a bit and defrost the sides like that as well. So this is a Ninja Creami Deluxe. There's a lot of settings. And because we're using a low-fat recipe, we're gonna hit the light ice cream setting. And then a mistake here is just using the ice cream setting. You use that when you're making legit full-fat, full-sugar ice cream. So we're not doing that. We're gonna go light ice cream setting for this. So I put a hole in the middle. Since the flavor is cookies and cream, we're adding some Oreo Thins. The Thins just have less calories than regular Oreos. And you can also scrape out the cream for less calories, but I'm just gonna leave the cream in today. I'm gonna crunch it up and put it in the middle. And Oreos work perfectly fine as the mix-in. Do not put frozen fruit in here. That'll damage the blade. That's a big mistake. But Oreos work perfectly fine as the mix-in. All right, all mixed in. And that is looking pretty good. Now let's give it a scoop. Now let's give it a try. Super creamy, super good. It has that nice vanilla taste. Got the Oreo bits in here, nice and sweet, super satisfying. That's all 12. Fix those and your pints will look like this. If you learned something today, hit the subscribe button and check out this video right here.